The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 190, Nasdaq's up 38, S&Ps are up 10, gold contract down $10.60, trading at $13.2970. We have silver up 7 cents, $16.32. Now, it is divergence. Yesterday, we had gold up, we had silver down. Bottom line, silver won the battle. We'll see who wins the battle out here today. Okay. Kind of interesting. Oil's up 49 cents, $63.82. You get notes and bonds. You get the 10-year note down 7 ticks, 120.19. 30-year bond off 22, 145.01. And King Dollar. King Dollar's up 282 ticks, 90.065. King Dollar's going after the swing high from March 1st. Euro's at 122.47 to 1 US dollar. Yen is out here at 107.18 to 1 US dollar. If we do go over to Europe, Europe got a big bounce out here as we did yesterday. Europe, you get the CAT in Paris up 2%, the DAX up 2.4%, and the FTSE up 1.7%. So it's another day.
It is another day.
We get to talk with our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade Think or Swim.
Do we? Is he on the line? We got him? Perfect.
We
Do we? Yes, we do. We got him. He's on the line. Perfect.
I
thought he might have been a busy man today. We got a lot going on, you know?
We got to go over there, man, because when you talk defined risk, okay, when you talk option strategies, when you talk futures, folks, every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time, if you want to really understand how those strategies work, bottom line, we were talking about it yesterday, man. You can be a bull or a bear in this market. Just depends.
We were joking, right?
On
By
what
the end
hour
of
it is.
11 a.m. Eastern time, it was going to be positive. It took until about 12 or 1.
Yeah. Shame on that
I know,
market.
right?
Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Guys, another year that my invitation to the Masters didn't come through, so I'm still on the air today.
Well, we're sorry and we're happy in the same essence.
Right.
I'll tell you.
What are you doing?
I tell you, I think you're like a kid in a candy store, Kevin.
Everybody's got to be, if you're a trader, right?
This is like weather in Chicago. If you don't like it, just wait a few minutes. It'll change.
I'll tell you, man. You know, we've been talking about volatility, but yesterday, there's no doubt.
Pretty remarkable. In the last, call it 26 hours, from 8 a.m. yesterday until 10 a.m. today, man, what a run. Pretty remarkable.
I mean, even Facebook is getting a hit today.
Yes,
Facebook's
totally.
up $4.
Well, I think, I think Mr. Zuckerberg passed one of his tests yesterday. He sounded like he was in charge and on it. People starting to think like maybe this is something that will go away for Facebook eventually. They'll make some changes and at least, keep the barbarians away from the gate at least. And I think for Facebook, that's why I think Facebook shrunk today, and the overall market. I mean, the Dow's up, in the 160s now. So the Dow's looking better here. Everything's looking a little better. Big number tomorrow, though, guys.
No, there's a big, huge number tomorrow.
Payrolls.
If we stay on Facebook a second, what's intriguing about this with Facebook, this morning I'm coming into work, and I hear an analyst on, and, I would agree with him. I mean, I haven't been on Facebook in a long time. That being said, guess what? We advertise on Facebook, right? And he says, well, what do you think's going to happen? He says, well, they're going to go in front of Congress. They're going to hammer him. But guess what? The bottom line is that whether you like it or not, there's only 2 places to advertise, and it's Facebook and it's Google.
No, I brought up fundamentally, I have a friend who's an ad executive, and they haven't had any discussions in terms of pulling spending off of Facebook, and that's what matters the most. But we'll see. It seems like I see 3 articles a day on financial sites saying, how do you delete your entire Facebook profile? How do you figure out what kind of data they have? And then he's going in front of Congress in 6 days, so that'll be quite a marquee.
I think you're going to tell him, we gave everyone the data.
And we're going to fix it.
Yeah, we're going to fix it. No, exactly.
And, and make no mistake, Tommy, and you know this, when he goes in front of Congress, they're going to all take their 5 minutes and they're going to pound away on him, and that's not going to be a very comfortable day.
Definitely.
But when he comes out of that, you probably, this is a pretty substantial dip we've had here in Facebook. Oof. So, how you come out of that is how traders have to start thinking.
Yeah, you know what they say about newspapers. Today's newspaper is tomorrow's trash, right?
Right.
He gets done with it.
Nope, I agree.
Totally. It's gonna be pretty wild watching it. So hey, let's talk jobs numbers tomorrow. So we've had a volatile week, right? Bottom line, this is going to not change tomorrow.
Nope.
This is going to be, people are going to be looking for this because the jobless rate went up a bit, but that could have had to do with Easter, Good Friday, a lot of different things. I mean,
Sure. They're looking for 175,000 payrolls. They're looking for an unemployment rate of 4%, but the private payrolls, they're looking for 175,000 on as well. And with that ADP, my question is that new number in ADP that we got Wednesday, the 241,000, is that going to affect that private payroll number?
Right.
And will that lead to another beat like we had a month ago? So, that's what I'm looking at. I'm also looking at, is the labor force participation rate going to stay 63%? Or is that going to tick down? And then, of course, we're going to look at the average hourly earnings. They're looking for up 0.2 is the number they're looking for.
Yeah. And, it seems, around here, every place, not every place, but many places that they're going, there's, help wanted signs up. I've gone into many large stores and help wanted, help wanted, help wanted. So there's jobs out there.
But that speaks to the wage growth. What are those jobs you're talking about?
Right.
They're very low-paying jobs.
Right.
They are. Then wage growth is the whole story. So we'll see what,
Yeah.
Right. It's going to be, it's just going to be one of those, you know me, I've said this on your show many times. Non-farm payrolls and unemployment, the biggest single data day of the month, I think. That's the biggest single number, right? That's the one we get, because what is it? It's jobs. It's wages, it's jobs, it's people coming in and out of unemployment. It's just a big number.
I agree. There's nothing more important to the economy, right, than how many people are working and what are they making.
No.
It doesn't mean that it'll move the stock market, but it'll move bonds.
Yes, big time.
Definitely.
Big time. And of course, we're in the most wonderful time of the year because, these numbers start coming out. Lennar crushed it yesterday, right?
Yeah. They're up again today.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
We'll get Delta Airlines early next week, and then next Thursday we start getting the banks, and I think that's really where earnings season starts, is when the banks come.
Yes.
Thursday's the 13th.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to...
JP Morgan off to the races today. Yep. Nothing like a CEO putting out a letter saying everything's going to be awesome in the future, and the stock goes bananas.
Tommy, that was a huge letter he put out. How about this? He's the first guy in a while that said he thinks yields should be 4%, not 3%.
Yep.
With a 2% inflation level, he thinks 4% on yields. He may be talking his book a little bit there.
Right?
Yeah.
but and that, make no mistake, when yields go up, banks do better.
Exactly, of course. Why didn't he say 5%, Kevin? Exactly.
Exactly. So, but that's still a pretty aggressive letter he put out there.
Yes,
for sure.
Definitely.
And folks, right here, every trading day, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time, swim lessons, futures, all of the above. If you haven't test-driven at the Thinkorswim platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN, hit the TD Ameritrade banner, get it up. You can trade with paper money with Kevin and his team each and every day. Kevin, you have a great one, a safe one. Of course, we look forward to the show in 45 minutes.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks,
Have a great one. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow's up 217, Nasdaq's up 42, S&P's up 13. We'll come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 210. Nasdaq's up 35. S&Ps are up 11.5. And in the break, we just had a fire alarm.
I was going to say,
Tommy had a run down.
Quite a whirlwind 3 minutes, right?
Exactly.
We had a fire alarm. Yeah. I was out of the studio.
To see if it's a false alarm, which it was a false.
Seems like it, because it stopped within 2 minutes, and we're back, and it would have been seamless. Nobody would even know, but why not share it? It was too amusing, for sure.
Well, yeah.
No, for sure.
Coming back into natural gas.
That's right. So, it's Thursday. We get natural gas numbers every Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm jumping over to the Nadex platform. I'm going to clean up this screen a little bit. So right now, 10:19, we got 11 minutes exactly until those numbers come out. I'm going into the natural gas numbers. Let's start it off with the 11 a.m.s, okay? So natural gas right now trading at 269.80, call it almost 270. And what's nice is these line up with 270 as a pivot point that you can, and we're going to try and look at maybe a volatility trade, right? We're going to look at a bullish spread, look at a bearish spread, look at what it would cost us to maybe purchase both of those, buying the bullish spread, selling the bearish spread, and then you have volatility either direction as we wait for this news in about 10 minutes. So here is your bullish spread, and again, we're within, you know, almost what is that? Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. Yeah, no, not a penny and a half. Like two tenths of a penny. That's where I get lost. It's so small. We're basically at 270. So this is your bullish spread. You'd be buying it. That's going to cost you about $9, okay? And that's where every penny is going to be $10 here, is what's happening, okay? And that's why we're 9/10 of a penny above it on the bullish side.
Yep.
And then on the bearish side, it should be pretty comparable, because like I just explained, we're right at it, except we're 2 ticks below. So we're going to have 2 ticks of intrinsic value on the bearish side. So we'll be selling this, and there's your difference, okay? So selling it, it's going to cost us 12. We have a couple dollars of intrinsic value, a few dollars, call it what you want, and bullish side, so you're looking at about $21, which is 2.1 pennies.
And that's the 11 o'clock.
And these are the 11s, okay?
Yep.
So let's jump in and see what kind of spreads are available in the 12s. Well, now what's nice is, and it's nice when they line up like this, because you're really going to be able to see what you're paying for that extra hour.
Yeah.
Because all things are equal besides that hour.
Meaning we get the 270 again.
Yeah, as in the only variable that changes in this scenario is that these spreads are identical. They go from 270 to 290, and here's your bullish spread. So to put this in context, here's the 11 a.m., okay? and here's the noon. So you can see that the 11 a.m. was costing us $9,
yeah,
2709. The noon is costing us $11.
Okay.
So you're paying $2 in that spread for that extra hour.
Yep.
And that's the bullish one.
Right.
Now you pull up the bearish one, and it's probably going to be a pretty similar $2 there. We're just ticking up one contract. So there are your two. Whoops. So yeah, you're looking at 26 versus about 21, yep, right?
2.50, 2.5 pennies cost us more. Well, 21 for,
yeah,
and 26 for
21,
yeah,
and 26. And to put that,
and it might have moved a little too.
Yes, yes. And so this one costing us 26. That's going to be 2.6 pennies we would need away from 270 as we begin to break even, right?
Yeah.
So let's see. So those are our noons. Let's see where the 230s line up. Okay. So now what's interesting here is that time isn't the only thing that changes.
Right.
Okay. Now it's most of it because the probability that natural gas moves more than 20 cents is very low. So
right,
there's very little premium priced in for the extra benefit that these contracts go from 270 to 310 as opposed to 270 to 290 and 270 to 230. So you have 40-cent spreads, but needless to say, why not have it if it's not going to cost you anything?
Sure.
So let's line them up again. So here are the 230s. So here are your 12s. We're going to about 2705 to 2711. So this one, it's quite a different number here for that extra 2.5 hours, okay? So we're looking at, and as we hear it, they're testing the fire alarm.
Yeah.
Let me get this correct. Yes, so that's costing us $26 on the bullish side for 230. And then on the bearish side,
that went up pretty dramatically there.
It did, and this is where you want to get familiar, $28.
Look at that.
Okay? Now this seems to be a pretty wide spread in terms of, and I'm saying the bid offer spread when I say spread there.
You know, because the bid is lower there.
I mean, the bid is nothing basically in terms of it's 1/1000th of a dollar.
Yeah.
You know, 2701,
right,
and the floor is 2700. So I tell you what, let's jump, and this is a good example. So those are the 8 till 230s. Let's see how the dailies line up, because those are going to be the same. Now these are going to be, yeah, and I can already see that they are the identical bid offer. So that's where you want to get used to it, whereas, you know, it's not going to be worth it, probably, depending on your market bias and what you're thinking. But to pay, I mean, and just to see how these line up, you know, this would have been $26 on this side, right? It would have been probably a very similar $26 on this side. Yeah, 28. So you're talking about $54.
Yes.
Versus $26.
Right.
So you're talking about 5.4 pennies to go till 2:30 as opposed to 2.6 pennies to go till noon, keeping in mind that a lot of what you're paying for there is the news that's about to come out in 6 minutes,
right,
you know, in terms of the premium.
Right.
So just to pull up the chart to see where we've kind of been at this morning, we've had some volatility, but, you know, you're talking about only from 268 to 271 since the overnight. Yeah, and 274 kind of yesterday around the market action. We got some movement around the open yesterday. But still, you're talking about 268 to 274. You're only talking about 6 pennies of movement there. So if you're paying 5.4 pennies of movement, you better expect some huge movement there.
Yeah.
And keeping in mind that what happens here is just how wide the bid-offer spread is there. And as these even disappear as they're looking at us.
Yes.
So that's where you really want to be familiar versus jumping back to the noons. And you can see how tight they are. There's 6 ticks bid-offer spread here.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Versus there was about a 25-tick bid-offer spread.
Yeah, the brokers, the market makers don't want to go out that far. That's what they're really saying.
There's something going on there, for sure.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
So, depending on how it goes, not a bad trade, though.
21 and 26.
Right. You know, and we tend to like the 12 o'clocks only because it gives you a little bit more time. You're not paying a dramatic more amount of premium, but depending on what you're looking for. I mean, if you're just looking for a 2-minute trade on the news, you might not want to pay that extra $5 in premium if you really have no plan whatsoever of keeping it, right? Because that's going to matter. I mean, it's percentage-wise, if you're paying 21, you add 5, that's almost a 20% increase on what you're putting up. So there's a lot of options, but we're at 269.2. Prices are at 270 and would have about 2.6 pennies, called 2.5 pennies would need away from that 270 price point to begin breaking even with that news coming in less than 5 minutes.
Cool. Let's go. Let me pull this baby up and see where we're at right now. So we got Yeah, good. It said, okay, so even if this is a delayed quote, but it's the
it's been
correct
hanging
quote,
at this level.
269, yeah. So we take a look at this. Interesting. So 37,000 contracts. Let's see what we've been going into. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. Okay, so we get a high out there for 276. Look at that. So, hey, we'll see where this goes. You know, it's intriguing here. This is almost just like, you know, this consolidation's in place. You get 5 pennies up, and you got only a penny down. And what do we need? We only need 2.5 pennies.
Away from 270.
Yeah.
And either way, there was a big surprise in oil yesterday, right? We saw a decline of 4.6 million barrels versus an increase. The estimate was about 2 million barrels of a rise. We get the numbers in 3 minutes. We'll see what happens.
Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Would you like exposure to the foreign currency markets without any downside risk to your principal? Then consider the Petro Currencies Market Safe CD from Everbank. This 3-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD leverages the performance of 4 equally weighted currencies from these top oil-producing countries: Brazil, Canada, Mexico, and Russia. This CD features a 200% leverage factor, which means that your potential upside payment will be double the currency's average performance at maturity with no cap if the currencies increase in value over the CD's term. And if the returns are negative, your principal's 100% protected. Returns are based on CD performance with no correlation to the price of oil, and there is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. The April 19th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So call 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a division of TIAA FSB, member FDIC. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Natural gas fell 29 BCF.
Yeah, median estimate was a decline of about 26 BCF, so pretty close, right? Nothing like the surprise we got yesterday in oil, but man, we saw that market, and check that out, quite a spike right off the bat. So we were trading above 269, if you recall, almost 269 and change.
Yeah.
And within like 2 seconds, right? We saw a spike from 269 all the way down to almost 266. And again, as we went over those trades, we were only looking for 2.5 pennies away from 270 for our noon trades. And if it was 11 a.m., you were looking for barely over 2 pennies. Like we talk about all the time, though, you might want to have quick fingers. You can have your orders in there if you want, because as we see, we're only a minute and 9 seconds after the news came out, and we spiked down to 266. We're already back up almost 2 pennies from that level. And still, though, we're at almost break even for the 11 a.m.s, and to jump on, here are our 12s. So our bearish spread is going to be the one that has most of the value right now as we're down, and this would be the noon bearish spread. And if you wanted to buy that back, you're looking at $23. The full trade was going to cost us about $26. And just to put it in perspective, that's with it kind of spiking back initially.
Exactly.
You know, you
just wait another few minutes.
That's what, you know, and you can preload your bid in there if you want to, you know, and that's where maybe you say, okay, we're putting up 26. If it spikes in either direction immediately, maybe I have a bid in there at 3.5 pennies away. You know, something like that. Because that's only for one side of the trade that gets executed, and then your bullish position still remains active. And occasionally we see some big time reversals on this news, as we're seeing right now. You know, there's nothing to say that by noon this isn't above 270, if not above 270 in a dramatic fashion.
It went both ways yesterday.
Oil. Yes. Oh, big time.
I mean, when we were getting off the air, it was like, what just spiked oil?
Everything almost went 2 ways yesterday, man. Trade volatility would have been a good trade yesterday across the board.
There's no doubt
but
about
exactly. So we'll see. It's only a few minutes past the news. We'll check back in. Numbers pretty close to in line, you know, in terms of a decline to 29 versus 26. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to rock and roll, man.
It's going to snow in New York on Saturday.
Is it again?
That's what they're saying.
Man, the April's never going to end. What about May? Hopefully, I know. Okay, we'll check back.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Seriously.
So let's go over and take a look at that good old King Dollar. So King Dollar's making the run for the March 1st number. So we'll see how this can, you know, either make it or break it. So 90.490. We hit 90.120, well, 155 thus far.
Okay.
You know, we'll see what that it's going to do. It 16,000 contracts. So the contract volume is good.
Look at that spike.
Yeah. And that's the spike. That was the first. Let's see. What is that? 8:20 this morning. So that was as soon as it basically the. I think it was interesting about that. That's when this market opens, and that's when gold opens. Meaning, you know, the futures
markets, yes.
So this is going to be a big test up here because we're coming back up to test that high.
Right there.
And that being said, you can see if you're watching Tiger TV, it's not a high volume low, but you get a spike on that low. So the bulls and bears are fighting there. You know, when we came down to the 89.740, no, that would have been 89.970. You had volume there too. So this is going to be a good number. As we get up into that. And of course, if we get over to the gold, you can take a look at just the opposite correlation inside of that. What you're going to see is gold is coming right back into where that had a little spike higher this morning too. You know,
spike lower.
Spike. Well,
I see. Okay.
It was low, and then that spiked higher at 9.
Okay.
That got smoked at the open this morning. Spiked at 9, and guess what? The battle is on. Some of the higher volume. Well, actually, let's go inside the Dow Industrials and see the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow. And
I was waiting for Boeing to pop up there.
Totally, no doubt. Boeing is putting 59 positive points into it. Now, let's bring Boeing up because
it's a big percentage even, and when Boeing is up a big percentage, and that was a big deal yesterday, you can see that it would start at so much lower, finished at almost the highs and positive for the day. But Boeing up 2%, when you have a $300 stock up 2% in a price-weighted index, man.
Monster move.
Big time.
Yeah. And we'll stay with that just to see the... So Boeing putting 57 positive points, Caterpillar 17, Goldman 16. Taken away from it is IBM 1 point, big deal. Pfizer 1 point.
I mean, look at them all. They're down. No stock is down more than 24 cents, and you're talking about the IBM $153. I mean, Pfizer. What gets interesting is that's percentage-wise a bigger move when you're talking about $35 stock, $47 stock. You know, just to put things in context, right? Pfizer's a $35 stock. Boeing's almost 10 times the price. So if that was 10 times the price, you would have Pfizer down $2.15, which would be putting, you know, 14 negative points as opposed to, and it's just arbitrary numbers. But
it is. Yeah. Inside the NDX 100, let's take a look at the strength versus the weakness there. You have, what is that, Align? Yeah, Align Technology. Look at that, up 3.4. That's the, everyone's getting braces.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the, I believe this is the company that, yeah, that's the
Invisalign. Okay.
Invisalign system. Man, that's intense, man. They,
so it's not braces, though. It's clear and removable appliances. Just to put, it's not, it's like mouthpieces, I believe.
Yeah,
clear mouthpieces.
But that's the new expensive model for braces.
It's not braces, but people still have braces. Yeah, it's just a clear mouthpiece versus metal locked onto your teeth permanently. You know, I mean, because people still have.
You get PayPal is up 3.2%, Facebook's up 2.6%, Tesla's up 2.4%. Tesla's had quite a run. This gets interesting. So look at this. Micron's down 5.7%. What's this all about? So Micron, this is, you want to keep an eye on this, folks, because these are leaders, and that got a nice. If these NVDA, let's go look at the chips and.
It's going to bring that down.
Yeah, so Nvidia's down too. Okay, this is a heads up because
I was, you know, and what I did was I pulled it down. I said, I know our man Dave White's active in the den today, but what's he saying about it? He said, Micron down 3 for spending money on a huge new factory. So that'll take it when they talk about coming out and spending on.
You know, and you get, look at Lam Research, the chips are down, period. That's Lam's down 2.1%. And this is going to be dangerous to the NDX 100. You know, these things, when these things go south, man, they blow my mind how fast they can go south. It's like
it's becoming par for the course. Par for the course. It's the Masters. Gotta love it, man.
It's the Masters start today?
They start today, man. Thursday. Okay. You know, you got Thursday and Friday, of course, cut after Friday. Okay. You got weekend action.
So hopefully Tiger will make
That's lots of good storylines going on out there.
They had him in the headlines of a lot of
everywhere, right?
Yeah.
He's and what's interesting, he's the money. He's tied for the money favorite, I think, with Rory out there at 1 to 10. But it's pretty remarkable, just like that. But it makes sense, right? I mean, just even if he's not the favorite, the money favorite, as in they got to put him at decent odds because everyone's going to plow money onto him, even if he's not statistically the even money favorite. Right. But you got him, you got Phil Mickelson, who just won. Yeah. And you got Rory that just won.
That'd be a fun Masters.
Oh, it should be. Yeah.
So today and tomorrow, that's what they get into the Masters. Then it's going to be Saturday.
Well, this is you're in the Masters. It's just they cut.
Yeah, no, right.
You know, but they still. I mean,
this is the weekend. Then, okay.
Yeah, they got. Yeah, it starts today, and then scores count today. No weekend. You don't get to see the weekend unless you put up some good scores on Thursday and Friday. Totally.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials trading up 192. Nasdaq's up 24. S&Ps are up 8.5. Gold.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just going to say, how much does CBS want to make sure Tiger makes the weekend? Can you imagine?
Huge.
Pretty interesting.
Coming right back, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. And you're talking about timing. We were just talking about the Masters, and Tommy just downloaded the app.
I did, and I said, talk about technology, man. You know,
exactly.
I said I download the Masters app once a year.
Yeah.
I usually do it on the Thursday of. I delete it on the Monday afterwards because it's the Masters app. It runs once a year for 4 days.
Right.
I pulled it up, watched the feature group, and I think Tiger's like teeing off right now, where they showed him. And I said, what technology, man? I didn't even have the app. I downloaded it in 60 seconds. And I said the Masters really was ahead of leaps and bounds in terms of years ago. They had the app.
Yes.
You could download it. You had live video of feature groups. So, you know, CBS shows their one feed.
Right.
You can go on the Masters app, and you can see a couple different groups they have. You can jump to a few different holes, their marquee holes. I think they have the 16th, 17th, 18th. Okay. You can jump to those feeds. So instead of, you know, the control room being like, let's go to hole 16.
You are the control room.
Yeah, isn't that cool? And they've been doing it for years, which is remarkable.
Wow.
Right now, it seems like, yes, that's almost par, you know, no pun intended, but it is standard in terms of production. It wasn't 2 or 3 years ago, but you know, who knows? Yeah. So, poor New York.
And we'll go back to natural gas, but let's look at this thing. New York City could wake up Saturday to falling snow. Friday could start with little rain and snow, but there won't be any accumulation as the temperatures are higher. But guess what? Late Friday, 3 to 5 inches.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Pretty remarkable. Possible by Saturday. Most of the accumulation will pile up on grass, and that probably has to do with maybe the cement isn't cold enough for it to hold that kind of snow just in terms of this year. But man, what are we? We're in April 5th right now.
They've been messing with the cherry blossoms in D.C. That'd be a bummer.
And it's like, is it April 1st? Is it April Fool's? No, it's not.
Yeah.
This
so
is reality.
The storm could also coat Washington's cherry blossoms with snow. It would be the latest accumulation since 1924.
Wow. 94 years. 94 years.
Yeah. And we could, you know, it was interesting. We got out of work last night here, folks. You could feel the breeze coming in. You know, when it gets a little bit chillier up north, it's just funny how it works. It just and down here, 4 or 5 degrees make a huge difference.
Oh, for sure. It's nice and cool this morning as opposed to where it's been.
All right.
So let's check back in on natural gas. What time is it right now? About 10:45.
Oh, look at that. That spike stayed down there.
We've kind of been hanging down there. We're at 267.35. So we're about 2.7 pennies away from that 270 price point. And again, we have the noons up here, so the bearish spread would be the one with value. And right now, with a little bit of premium in there, you're looking at about 2.5 pennies. So almost a break even, essentially, with a bid offer spread of about 6 ticks in there. But again, you'd have an hour and 15 minutes still if you wanted to let this play out. You know, you could either just let it play out with both contracts live. You have the option to close out the spread with value if you want, basically covering your investment. and then hoping for a rebound above 270, whether you're still going to have value, or you let it play out and you can trade it at any time prior to expiration.
And a break even's not bad. You know, what happens is when you trade like here for a while too, it's like, okay, you can just go a little bit underneath there and just hope for a little pop down, you know, even.
No, right. And keep it in context where you're trading for volatility, you're trading ahead of the EIA inventory number coming out, and the number was pretty close to where it was expected to be. So when you're trading for volatility prior to that news, you're hoping for a big miss, obviously. Yeah. It came in at a decline of 29 versus expectation 26. You know, that's not the end of the world to break even, at least.
That's right.
You know, with the potential that you still have profitability above 270 for an hour and 15 minutes, but as we speak, it's dropping. Yes, now you have $31 in value. You put up 26. Even with commissions, you're talking about a few dollars in profit, which, you know, when you're really talking,
cool.
Yeah, percentage-wise, they get to big numbers when you're really putting up $26.
Right.
So we'll check back in one more time throughout the hour.
Let's go. Is that? Oh no, the Dow's up 210. So let's go take a look. So as to what we're coming into, this is where it's going to get. You know, what we're doing here, so the Dow's coming into where it couldn't handle price on the 27th, which is 24,446. We're at 24,463. So you're over that area. Bottom line, you close over that area, then that's going to put game up until, you know, the 20. That's a big number. The jobs number coming in tomorrow, because if you close over this spike here, then guess what? It wants to run into that gap, which is 24,977. That's a big number. The SPY, this is going to be a good day to watch this whole thing. Now, the SPY needs a lot more juice. 266.77 would be the correlation inside, you know, the Dow versus the S&P.
Okay. I was just going to point out, just visually, I mean, look at the size of these bars that we're getting.
I know.
I mean, compared to...
Yeah.
We had nothing, you know, and they were all on the way up. And that's where we've had the discussions with Kevin Higgs saying, man, the VIX is relatively low when you look at the percentage moves we're getting almost on a daily basis. I mean, you're talking about over a full
5 to 8 points.
5 points in the S&P here, right? You're talking about 8 points. I mean, every single day. I mean, even the small days had a span of almost 4 S&P points. 4 S&P points. That's
SPY points.
Excuse me, SPY. That's where I was getting right.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a percentage and a half on a small day.
I'll put this so you can
even better. So we'll get the full. Yeah,
right. Because now you're talking intensity.
Yeah. I mean, you know, let alone we go back to April 2nd, and what is that? Monday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even able to do that type of math that quick. 90 points from the low to the high. 25.52 to 26.41.
At 90 points, basically 900 Dow points. Isn't that crazy?
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
and you know, the way to just keep in mind, 25 points is 1%. Yeah. So you're talking about 3.5% from lows to highs. Yesterday. Yeah, that's yesterday. I mean, and Monday was a dramatic one as well.
It was.
Because what's not included in yesterday's is where we were pre-market, I think.
That one is. Is it? Because that's a future. Yeah. You get the future up there.
Okay.
So you get the lows of a 25.59.
So that's a 90-point.
90-point also, right? Yeah. Right. But watch this. Watch the Qs. This is really wild from yesterday. Wait till you see that move. Look at that. Look at that move in the Qs.
Yeah.
From highs to lows.
Yeah. 63.06 to 65.91. 285 points. Yeah. Almost 4% from lows to highs.
285 points.
Because we were down 2.5 to 3% at the lows pre-market.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That is one monster number. No two ways about that. Big numbers. And volatility, guess what? We're going to be here all day long. Gold, let's go over to, so here, the dollar's making a run. Here we go.
432 ticks.
Yep. Okay, so we're at 90 points. What, 220? I think it's 440. I said 490. It's gonna make the run. We'll see whether it's gonna basically hold it. And gold only has a couple more dollars to hold its stand here. It's 1325.
And where do you get that 1325?
Yeah, we're gonna put this up here. 13.25.40 is the swing low from the 29th. Now,
that's Thursday.
Yeah, your major swing low is a lot lower.
Sure, no,
But I'd like to see that one hold there.
No, because we went from 13.29 back into 13.52.
Right.
No, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
If we do go look at the GDX now, this is encouraging. The GDX, okay. Bottom line is they're not backing off. You're down 4 cents, and that's unusual. When you have the dollar going topside, gold going downtown, but yet they're still buying the equities.
Yes.
Well, they're not selling the equities. Let's put it that way.
No, they're buying them, sure.
Right now, right there. Yeah. Tommy and I are coming right back, folks. Dow is up 178, Nasdaq's up 23, S&P's up 6.5. Come right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
There are 5 reasons traders and investors fail to spot bear markets. It's a set of 5 very specific patterns that have preceded every bear market during the last 130 years. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability and the #1 market timer in the nation as ranked by Timer Digest for the S&P 500 for the last 3, 6, and 12 months. You see, timing is everything. And on Wednesday, April 11th at 5 p.m., I'm going to share with subscribers exactly how to time the next bear market. Look, the last 3 bears averaged a decline of 49%, which means you've got to earn 82% just to make your money back. Wouldn't it be easier to avoid the next bear market altogether? Sure, countless experts tell you that markets can't be timed, but what they're really saying is that they can't time the markets. So let me teach you how. Sign up for Mastering Probability by coming to the homepage of TFNN.com to begin your 30-day money-back guarantee trial membership and learn the exact tools that I use to time the markets. And if you can't attend live, don't worry, because the workshop will be archived on your members page for the next 30 days. Don't let that next bear market eat your porridge. Sign up today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Natural gas.
Yeah. Check back in on it one more time, almost the end of the 11 o'clock hour, and it's kind of continuing to trickle down. We'll see where it goes, but we had been kind of playing with the possibilities of the noon expiration spreads and just have it up here. So, you know, as it continues to trickle down, this is going to trickle down with it. So right now you'd have $34 in this bearish spread of value if you wanted to buy that back, close it out. Contracts trading at 266.3. And the bid-offer spread is just kind of straddling that with about 5 ticks, 2 ticks on either side. Not bad, pretty tight market. And you can exit that out, and you can do whatever you want. You got an hour and 5 minutes left in that contract. But pretty interesting, the slow trickle. We were just at about 270 before that news. Number came pretty close, and we're trickling down. So we'll see how it shakes out. But pretty decent action, especially when not too big of a surprise on the numbers.
There's no doubt, man. There's no doubt.
Okay. So, what else today?
Masters.
So we were checking in. I couldn't help it. And Vijay Singh, we all know the name Vijay Singh, man. He is off with a flurry of birdies. 3 birdies in the first 4 holes, and he's the only guy under par. And they're just starting it off. I think the furthest they are on the course is about 9 holes through. So, yeah. And he's the only guy under par right now, and he is on par with a
$11 million
I was going to mention that, too. We'll see what the winner, I mean, it's always amazing what the winners get. Tennis, golf, above the, and they deserve it, man, because guess what? The ratings that this gets, the amount of money created off of these players on this weekend, especially when you talk about something like a major, let alone the Masters of all the majors.
And, it's positioned right this week, and there's nothing else going on. I mean, baseball just started, but the Final Four is over.
Right. No.
Oh, hockey.
But we're not even we're not into playoffs yet.
No,
so there's the end of regulation, but we're not even into playoffs. Should be interesting. I can't wait to see. And hopefully Tigers in the hunt. Hopefully they're all in the hunt. You just want a good finish, man.
Totally.
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. We got swim lessons coming up next. Then we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back, and I got our man, Mr. Andy Heck. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.